Rangers, though, with a 4-point difference, which Celtic are looking to close before Rangers take on Aberdeen at 3 o'clock. But Hibs certainly had by far the better of a high-tempo, energetic first half. Celtic similarly poor last week at St Mirren, but they still managed to sneak a win there.
I think you just have to give credit to Hibs. Celtic have tried to play at a high tempo, but Hibs have just stopped them from doing that. They've been too good in the first half. I think Hibs have got to try and do that more often in the SPL. It does give them a good platform if they can do that, if they can compete all over the park. They know they have the players up front that can capitalise. I think Celtic will be hoping to do the same job against Barcelona as Hibs are doing to them.
Oh, Fletcher had stayed back. Rankin thought he was moving forward.
I think it will be trickier for Celtic to do this job on Barcelona, though. I'm pretty sure that Gordon Strachan will have looked at this and he'll know that if he wants to go any further in Europe, which is going to be a massive task, it'll have to be a high-energy game like it is today, except Hibs are the ones with most of the energy.
Well, there hasn't been a 0-0 between these teams since November 2000. And Celtic have scored in all 27 encounters since. Gary Caldwell, jeered by the Hibs fans. He's jeered by one or two Celtic fans lately as well. Venegora Hesseling, McGeady. It's Venegora and Hesseling, and it's Scott Brown, and it's hit Canning. Whipped in by Naylor, and Brown is there again, eager to score against his former club.
As the ball comes in, it's the first time actually that Celtic are a bit more direct. Caldwell just sent the ball forward towards Jan Venner of Hesselink. A neat little pass back in there from McGeady, and Brown gets on the end of it. And at this point, you're thinking, where does it hit Canning? I think it's just on his left thigh, almost his hand.
There's Donati, who has stayed on for the start of the second half, despite an ineffective showing. Caldwell. McDonald. Hibs cried handball. And Chris Hogg keeping Venegora and Hesselink in check. It's off the head of Zarabi. Fletcher. Nish. Gattusi now. Showed too much of that to McGeady, having to do defensive duty. And here's Fletcher. McManus, the shield.
Right at the start of the second half, I've already seen McManus and Caldwell in very deep areas of the park, just sending it long up towards Jan Venner of Hesselink, and I think that's something that Celtic should have used a lot more in the first half. Certainly in the Dutchman's height advantage against Hogg.
Venegora of Hesseling scored his first Celtic goal against Hibs 14 minutes after coming on as a sub last season. Naylor and Colin Nish. It just whizzed past Boris's post.
This was all about taking it early. It was Naylor that got the touch, and Nish didn't hang around. Was right across Boritz, almost crept inside that post. Great effort.
They're level as far as goal attempts are concerned. Hibs though had the clearer cut chances as Nakamura is upended by Zarabi.
Zarabi just comes across with his left arm and stops Nakamura in his tracks.
McManus and Caldwell amongst those lurking. Nish sticking close to McManus. Nakamura's free kick then. Gary Caldwell was trying to get near it, but Martin Canning got closest to it.
Canning does well. As Caldwell is trying to get in on that. It's good defending.
So some pressure from Celtic at the start of the second half. Nakamura right in there. McNeil desperate to get something on it. McGeady. Brown. Fletcher got a toe in. Gattuso needed some assistance from Hogg. Topped back by Donati for McGeady. Hinkle. Nakamura outside. McDonald inside. Now it's going to Nakamura. Donati. He's picked out McGeady. And McGeady has skipped past Kerr. Took a little nick off Chris Hogg. But safely gathered by Andy McNeil.
It's the first time that Kerr's a little bit too slow to get across and help out Gattuso. And that gives McGeady an extra yard to get his shot in. On the corner, you can see here, McNeil just gets enough on it to take out the danger zone.
Hibs seeking a third successive home win over Celtic. That last happened way back in the 1950s. And they're certainly giving it a go, as they usually do when faced with a challenge from the old firm. But Celtic more than capable of grinding it out. McDonald, Nakamura. Colin Nish. Nish under pressure from McManus. That might be a free kick for Hinkle. Hibs unbeaten at Easter Road in 2008. Rangers were the last team to come here and win at the end of December. But it's a much more confident and positive looking Hibs team now. Here's McGeady though for Celtic. Hogg coming across, nearly caught him. Goal kick though. To Patalainen, has already enjoyed significant success in Scotland. Won a title with Cowdenbeath, and they don't win too many. He then went home to manage in Finland before returning to one of the clubs he played for in Scotland to manage them. Nish. Forward pass straight to Hinkle. Now Brown. Brown against Murray has been a very eager contest. And Ian Bryans will want a word with Scott Brown.
Brown is tenacious as ever. It's all about the reaction in the end. There's nothing really in this. Brown was never getting there. He certainly wasn't in with his studs.
Fletcher took it down without a problem, but was then given a problem by Hinkle. Brown. It is going to be a corner. The assistant referee on the other side obviously has excellent eyesight. Then again,
or not so. I got that one wrong.
You can never tell from that far away. Shouldn't have been a corner. Kerr takes it. It'll be left for Katusi. Nish makes himself available. Goal kick the outcome. Colin Nish scored a few goals for Kilmarnock against Celtic, and one ruled out in the first half here for offside. Murray beat Brown to it. Now Rankin. Brown, who is relishing returning to Easter Road. Naylor up towards Venegora Hesselink. It's going to drop for Nakamura. McDonald. And Scott Brown may get to that. It sticks with McNeil.
I thought initially that McDonald had lost this. He just pokes it through. Scott Brown was on the end of it. He couldn't get across goal.
Nish leaves it for Kerr. Chisholm in the nick of time found Gattuso. Andy McNeil making a rare start in the absence of the injured Belgian Yves Makalambe. Donati, Nakamura. Kerry Caldwell. Nakamura. Here's Hinkle. Scott McDonald. Free kick given against McDonald, who had a bit to say to Keith Sorby.
It's just frustration. Hogg has played him well in this match. He's matched him.
On Saturday, it's the Battle of Britain for the World Cruiserweight title. Enzo Maccarinelli against David Hay, and you can see that from 10:30, Setanta Sports 1, Saturday night. McGeady. Nakamura. Now McDonald, promising this for Celtic. Scott McDonald got bogged down, although Nakamura has rescued it. And Brown, and it's taken off the top of Venegora Hesselink's head by McNeil.
Zarabi did so well to come inside and stop the shot coming in from Scott McDonald. It's good defending, and Nakamura just hangs up the back stick. Scott Brown can't get it. on target for Jan Venner of Hesselink to just nod home. And certainly the worry for Hibs. Celtic creeping into it.
Half an hour to go. Caldwell. Up towards Venegora, Hesselink, Canning and Hogg both on him, but here's Brown feeding on the scraps. And now McDonald, and Celtic could be in again. Straight across from McDonald though. McGeady. Danger far from over for Hibs. And it's Massimo Donati.
Wants to put end to this. McGeady squirming around, trying to get the yard. He spots Donati. You never really thought that Donati was going to hit the target here. He's leaning back. Not the best technique in the world, that.
Gordon Strachan seeing out his touchline ban, trying to hear himself up there as he communicates with Tommy Burns and Gary Pendry down on the bench.
That can only be a change. Just about that time.
Gary Pendry taking the call. Nakamura. Naylor. It's just starting to happen for Celtic a little. McGeady. They rode the challenge from Kerr. Aidan McGeady pops that one over. But there are a few warning shots coming in Hibs' direction.
Yeah, he's coming more into it. Hibs just sitting back a little bit too far now. They're not playing with the same energy as they were in the first half. They can't really get about the park for a full 90 minutes playing at that tempo as they did in the first half. But on 62 minutes, as I said, Celtic just starting to show signs of getting to grips with this match.
Hinkle won that. And Rankin challenged Donati. Brian Kerr. Hinkle. Brown. And Venegora of Hesselink returning from injury today, replacing Georgios Samaras, who we may well see at some point as Celtic look for a goal. Naylor finding some room. He hasn't scored yet for Celtic. He has now. Lee Naylor, of all people, with a crucial goal. They've had a really testing time here, Celtic, but they're in front, and that is the Celtic way.
He picks the ball up on the halfway line, he just drives, and nobody for the first time for Hibs goes and gets him. And he gets a little bit of luck, he gets the ricochet, but doesn't he do well once he gets faced with McNeil on his weaker foot as well, and he just slots it. It's a great finish. He gets the luck off Hogg, and he can't believe the position he finds himself in. And what another vital goal that is for Celtic, who do score goals from all over the park.
That's massive. And how many had him down to score the first goal? You'll probably retire on your winnings if you put a bet on. It's his first goal for 2.5 years since he scored a screamer for Wolves at Stoke.
A lot of that's down to tiredness in the Hibs side. Certainly players like Rankin, Murray, Kerr, who've got to try and get across the park each time Celtic go down the sides, and that's a lot of running to be done. You just saw there that no one really went out and attacked Naylor higher up the park. They invited him on, and by that point on the edge of the box, when he gets the break with Hogg, it's too late.
Well, it's been a grind for Celtic again, but they're 1-0 up again, and now Venegora Hesselink. He won't be able to break away from Canning, but he waits for support in the shape of Nakamura. It's McGeady. Naylor. Not again, surely.
Hibs for the first time starting to look ragged all over the park. We did say just before that goal it was ominous. Celtic were creeping into it. Hibs weren't getting the tackles in. The tempo had slackened slightly, and that's all it takes against Celtic.
Here's Rankin trying to get in, but McManus and Naylor calming it down. 80% possession in the last 5 minutes from Celtic. It took them a while to find their rhythm, a rhythm that was often denied by a busy Hibs team. But Celtic have found some space in this second half and have given themselves some breathing space.
What they did, Celtic, was got the ball forward a lot quicker at the start of the second half than they did in the first half. It just allowed the back four to push up and players like McGeady to get on the ball in higher areas of the park where he's dangerous.
Well, Rangers came through their test in Edinburgh comfortably midweek at Hearts, and Celtic need to come through this one. Rangers with a 4-point lead over their Old Firm rivals, but of course there are still three Old Firm games to come. Hogg. McManus underneath that. Celtic have only conceded 2 goals in their last 8 SPL matches. Can Hibs find a way to pierce that oh-so-tight defence?
That goal from Naylor's just taking the energy out of this Hibs side. Looks like Pat Line now has to think about it. To try and change it, to stick with the team that he has in the park at the moment. I think he'll leave it for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Just let things settle a little bit.
Here's Rankin, and it could open up for him. While it was moving as it came towards Boritz.
I just thought here that Boritz had overcompensated to his left-hand side. It takes a deflection as well. He keeps his eye on it though. You can see there, slight deflection.
Free kick against Venegor of Hesseling. Chris Hogg's free kick, him towards Fletcher. Ian Murray. Hinkle. Strong. Cleared by Caldwell. Only to Zarabi. Nish. Walloped away by McManus. Martin Canning. Got there ahead of Venegor and Hesseling. Nish, will it fall favourably for him? It still might. It's Kerr, oh, that's horribly wayward from Brian Kerr. Scored on his debut in the Edinburgh Derby in the opening week of the season, but nothing since.
Again though, it's Nish up there causing problems, winning knockdowns. Kerr had the space to drive in, but he went for the early effort. It was poor. Just wondering if Gordon Strachan may change something. Yeah, maybe Jan Fenner of Hesseling. There's been a few balls knocked forward and he hasn't looked completely free chasing them down. That might be a little bit about his hamstring injury that he's had over the last couple of weeks.
"20 minutes left. Hibs had the better of the first half by some distance, but Celtic eventually got into their stride. Samaras will be on shortly for Vennegoor of Hesseling. Murray, Chisholm. McDonald. Here's the goal scorer, Naylor. We don't get to say that very often. Donati. Scott Brown. Nakamura. Brown, who's excelled today. He wants a goal against his former club, and he's tested Andy McNeil with that. And Big Katusi run that behind, not quite.
Brown has been excellent today, and he deserves a goal. Just thought it was going to open up for him. I think he was very important for Celtic in the first half. He was the one player in midfield that dug in, showed that appetite for a battle, and I think that brought Celtic through in the first half.
And Vennegoor of Hesseling is replaced then by Georgios Samaras, the Greek international, who scored the decisive goal against Inverness in midweek. Cracking header, great header from a teasing McGeady cross to add to his debut goal against Kilmarnock in the Cup. A well-earned rest for Vennegoor of Hesseling, as the man with the rather bright boots replaces him. Every point counts in the race for the title. Celtic have had to work hard for their lead, but they would have expected nothing less at Easter Road. Samaras. Here is McGeady. Now Nakamura. Donati. Aimed towards Hinkle, turned away by Murray. Celtic ground out 1-0 wins at Falkirk and St Mirren in recent weeks, and they had a bit of fortune on their side, but you need a bit of luck and you need a few 1-0 wins along the way to win titles.
Yeah, you just felt that in the first half. If Hibs couldn't score, we did have opportunities, Rankin in particular. A save from Boruc. Boruc has done that in those games that it's been tight, and they have managed to grind out that 1-0. Boruc made a couple of saves at vital times.
Alan O'Brien is coming on for Hibs, possibly Zamama as well. Naylor. Still goingly Naylor. And Gattuso makes a decent challenge ultimately.
That goal certainly seems to have boosted Naylor's confidence a little.
A double change imminent for Hibs with O'Brien and Zamama waiting to come on. McGeady. Samaras! He's only just come on! He's scored again! And Celtic are ending their Hibs hoodoo. They're heading towards another vital victory.
Well, it's that same combination as in midweek. Again, McGeady, fantastic ball in, early ball in. And Samaras is the one that's waiting for it, twisting and turning, he gets a yard, and that is another top-class header. Opposite side this time, in off the post. McNeil, no chance, he times it well. It's all about quality, isn't it? Quality of service, quality of finish.
A feeling of deja vu about that, and you can see what it meant at the other end of the field. And Samaras has surely put the game out of reach for Hibs, who are making those changes. Samaras has replaced Kerr, and O'Brien has come on for Nish. Nakamura. Samaras. What an impact he's making. And he's been caught by Ian Murray, and that's going to be a card.
Well, he's been very, very good for Hibs today. Just slightly mistimes that one. But he's battled throughout this match.
Every outfield player on the pitch at the moment has scored for Celtic this season now. They can hurt you from anywhere, and they could be hurting Hibs again here. Scott McDonald being summoned towards Ian Bryans for a quick word, along with Sarabi. In by Nakamura. Scott Brown hoisting it high. Time for another phone call, but Gordon Strachan will be pretty pleased with the way the second half has turned out, especially after such an indifferent first half. Celtic coming good again and heading for a 9th successive win in the SPL.
It does make a difference if you can score goals from just about anywhere, and Celtic can't do that. They've proved it. Rangers are starting to do it as well, and that's why this title is going to go down the wire in tight games when you need someone to pop up. You can't always rely on the same players, and today it took Naylor to do it, to open things up for Celtic.
Hinkle, here is McDonald. Celtic dominant in this second half. Nakamura's cross. Katusi's put it behind when he didn't really need to. Nakamura, Hibs not ready for that. Donati unable to set up Brown. He hasn't got to touch it, might have gone through to Brown. Donati handled it. Quick to offer his apology, especially as he's on a yellow card. Hibs were unbeaten in 3 games against Celtic coming into this. The champions have responded in some style in the second half. Ineffective in the first half, very effective in the second. And here's Aidan McGeady. Hibs overrun, cut out by Chisholm. Now Zamama. He's turning into trouble. McGeady. McDonald. McGeady. Can he keep going? Well, Hibs squandered a 2-goal lead against Celtic here in a memorable match last season, but Celtic are unlikely to do the same. And John Rankin with a needless kick at Donati is going to receive, unsurprisingly, a yellow card.
He's just so late. Donati sees him coming, and he just crunches through.
Now, just in case the Hibs fans have run out of anyone to boo, Paul Hartley's going to come on. Used to play for Hibs, but he had a unsuccessful stint at Easter Road. A much more successful time at Hearts across the city. Probably feels a little hard done by not to have started today, but he is going to take the place of Massimo Donati in a moment. Naylor. Sorry, foul by Hogg on McDonald. Inside the last 10 minutes. Celtic knew they would face a stern examination of their championship credentials today. They're passing the test. On by O'Brien. Hinkle. Samaras showing interest. Shrugging off Zarabi.
Yeah, that's a ball that's given Hibs problems in the second half, more direct and up and under. And also because Hibs haven't been able to get as close to a lack of energy in the second half, it's allowed Celtic to play a little bit more. And you can see now, Hibs all over the park, making challenges but just not quite getting there on time.
Donati is going to be replaced now. And on comes Paul Hartley, and what a great reception he's going to get. Not.
Again, I don't think Donati had the best of matches, slightly better in the second half. Not great in the first. I was surprised not to see Hartley in the starting lineup alongside Scott Brown in there. He gets 8 minutes or so.
Naylor offside against McDonald, flags up. So it looks like Hibs' 4-match winning streak will come to an end. It looks like Celtic will make it 9 in a row in the SPL. O'Brien. It's in, but behind Rankin and away by McManus. Murray. McManus is there again. Celtic have been collecting clean sheets for fun lately in the SPL. Hibs will do well to breach them. Yeah, big chance of the first half fell to Rankin, but Borrett's in the way of that, in the way of most things lately. And O'Brien's centre, well, they got it horribly wrong.
Yeah, and Hibs haven't done much wrong today, really. You have to point the finger at that chance, as you say, for Rankin. You know you don't get many against the Old Firm. You do get them, you have to take them, especially in the early part of the game. Allows you to settle in. It means the opposition have to come out a little bit more and chase it.
McGeady once again set up Samaras for a goal, as he did in midweek. Scott McDonald. It came at McNeil at a fair force.
You can see that he's just irritated McDonald that he's not been involved as much as he'd like to be in this game.
O'Brien is quick. Lee Naylor turns that away. He knew that Zamama was behind him.
Didn't turn it away too far from that far post, though.
Well, the Hibs goal now would certainly make for quite a finale. Rankin in, and it's Canning, and it's off the frame of the goal.
Great delivery from Rankin. Canning getting there just ahead of Borrett's. He's unlucky to see his header hit the stanchion.
Celtic are making their last change. Nakamura has been replaced by Barry Robson. Robson, who has made a sensational start to his Celtic career, scored 63 seconds into his debut at Aberdeen, then got a goal against Barcelona. He's on for Nakamura. Naylor. Chisholm spinning away from Samaras. Fletcher tidy to Murray. And now for Zarabi, but too far ahead. Mixu Patalainen is heading for only a second defeat as Hibs manager. First was in an Edinburgh derby, anything can happen on days like that. Second to Celtic, so no shame really in the two losses, but it's a story of what might have been for Hibs after their first half display.
Yeah, he'll still take a lot out of this match. Hibs have played it tactically differently from what they normally do against the Old Firm. In that midfield area, normally they just try and play and outnumber the opposition in there, but today they've tried to fight the battle as well as play some good football. Maybe just didn't have quite enough width at times. This could be something he'll pick up on.
Hogg is going to have to attack that again, and he didn't half attack it. Samaras. Little touch from Hartley. Naylor. Samaras got a toe in. Fletcher. Tidily turned away from Robson. O'Brien now. He's quick, but not that quick.
It's a very good answer for Gordon Strachan in the second half from his players. And after the first half, I have to say that there's questions asked about them. Could they come out in the second and up the tempo and take the game to Hibs as Hibs took it to Celtic in the first? They certainly have done that.
Barcelona up next for Celtic, and we wish them well in the new camp. Samaras for McDonald. Chisholm. Samaras. Robson. Brown, who's been all action today against his former club. Robson. McGeady. Robson dumped on the ground by Chisholm. McGeady. Chris Hogg got that away. And Brown lost it to Fletcher, but here's Naylor. Hartley. Hinkle.
Celtic have done their job. It'll be up to Rangers this afternoon to keep that lead at 4. Celtic stand toe-to-toe with them. It just makes those 3 Old Firm games that are coming up all the bigger.
Celtic heading for their 10th away win in the SPL. McGeady. Chisholm got stuck into him, but McGeady's come back for more. Chisholm had a kick at him. Naylor. Up towards Samaras, but Canning and Hogg clear. Katusi. O'Brien. Katusi. The 90 minutes are almost up, and there are going to be 3 minutes of stoppage time, we hear. That's confirmed. Chisholm, Fletcher, yeah, Ian Brines, by the way, did return to book Scott Chisholm for that kick at McGeady. Didn't think he was going to get away with that swipe, and he didn't. Zimmerman. Scott Brown. He's been pretty close to his best today, Scott Brown. He's got a free kick. No wonder he's smiling.
It's been brilliant. As I say, in the first half, you need someone to get stuck in. When the opposition are doing that to you, he's the player. And he can play a little bit too, can he? He's been a thorn in Mixu Patline inside today.
And Celtic see it out with a clean sheet. They generally have been of late in the league. McDonald, who hasn't got on the score sheet today. He's got about a minute to change that. Here's Hartley. Brown. Caldwell. Samaras. Fletcher. Celtic conceded a goal late on against Inverness in midweek. A rare mistake from Scott Brown. But that hasn't happened today. And time is nearly up. Although Hibs might still fancy a goal. Fletcher trying to bustle his way through. It's another victory for Celtic. 9 in a row now in the SPL. An unlikely first goal scorer, Naylor, with his first ever goal for Celtic, put them on their way. And then Samaras came on for Venegora Hesselink and got on the end of a McGeady cross, just as he did in midweek. Hibs were the better team in the first half, but an all-round, all-action display from Scott Brown inspired Celtic, and they came good in the second half, and they ran out emphatic winners. Naylor, with his first goal for the club, I don't think he quite know what to do, but Samaras is getting used to what to do, as he, yet again for the second time this week, headed home McGeady's cross. So the gap is down to 1 point for now. Rangers is over to you later against Aberdeen, but it ends at Easter Road. Hibs 0, Celtic 2.